On location in Moss Point, Mississippi today. We're here for Cruisin the Coast. Day one here in Moss Point. Tomorrow we'll be in Biloxi. We'll be guiding you through the middle of your day with facts, fodder, and fine music. Morning there, Rhino.
Howdy, howdy.
What's going on down, I should say up there in Jackson today?
Oh, not too terribly much. Just glad we're past Monday.
We've made it. 3 days we'll be here on the beautiful Mississippi Gulf Coast, kicking it off here in Moss Point, Biloxi tomorrow at the Gulf Coast Coliseum on Thursday. We'll middays, but right now it's Ricky Mathews, host of the Ricky Mathews Show. Hey, Ricky, good to see you, man.
Hey, buddy. Isn't it great to be here in the River City this morning?
It's awesome. These classic vehicles all assembled around us, behind us, on both sides. A huge event, big shot in the arm to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. I know you just interviewed Woody Bailey on your show. He and his team, what a fantastic job they do.
They have, man. I mean, next year will be the 30th anniversary of this gig.
30th.
Every single city of coastal Mississippi is engaged in this. Every single. So, thinking about sort of a regional event that maybe is the best practice for the entire United States. What's happening here today is an example of this opportunity we have to showcase every city of coastal Mississippi. It's special.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt about it. And people, of course, as you know, they descend upon the Mississippi Gulf Coast from all parts across the nation and some from even outside of the country.
They do. Canada, I think Europe has registered this year. Woody told me that yesterday or day before yesterday they had 600 on-site registrations. Think about that for a minute. They're headed toward 10,000 registration, probably will make another record. Which is to say something, because there's a little bit of concern about disposable income right now. So people who go to a lot of car shows have made a decision to come to this one instead.
Yeah.
And so it's once again, an economic engine for the tourism industry this time of year.
Yeah, and there's so much to do here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, so many attractions and amenities, and it's affordable as well.
Yeah,
it won't break you like some other vacations will.
That's right. Centrally located in the United States.
Yeah.
And look at the weather. I mean, it will continue to improve as we go through the week.
Yep.
Start out a little bit of rain, but you know what? We'll trade that off for what we have here today. A little bit of overcast, and it's got that cool breeze coming off the river. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. So the number of entrants this year, I mean, every year it seems like we break a record. Are we breaking a record again this year?
Not quite.
Okay, but it usually happens, right?
Yeah, they're approaching 10,000, hit another record last year. And he said he'll know by Saturday because they continue to, all through the week. They come in from all over the place.
Yeah.
And one of the things he urged people to do is just register. A lot of people come here and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if you register, you get all this prime parking and, get to participate from the inside. It's a great opportunity. It's only $100.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
So when you look at these vehicles, though, Ricky, these were kind of the mainstream automobiles when you and I were in junior high and high school and maybe a little beyond and a little before as well. Who's going to keep that going? I get worried about that because most of these folks have this passion for these beautiful classic vehicles, really showcasing the golden era of automobiles in this country. We got to pass this on, though. Huh?
I know. What's interesting, though, is if I joked that a few years ago I walked around with Woody, and it was like walking around with Elvis because he's so popular. But what's interesting about it is, think about they've maintained this momentum. It's gotten bigger over 30 years, not less so.
Yeah.
So what's happened is that I think families and friends are passing this love of this chrome and nostalgia on to other people, and hopefully that's going to continue to do that. I mean, there's no evidence at all that it's waning in any way.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. And I think once younger generations are exposed to it, they see how pretty neat and cool these cars were. They weren't equipped with all these electronic devices, just sort of brute force motor, steering wheel, and some seats. Maybe you had some air conditioning.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah, you look at these cars, all makes and models.
Yeah.
Some very original, some that have been souped up and changed from the original classic version. But the pride is the one thing
Pretty awesome.
They care about those cars.
There's no doubt about it. All right, so you wrote an article. We're going to turn our attention a little bit to what's going on here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. You published an article at SuperTalk.fm where you're calling for the various communities here on the Gulf Coast to align their interests in economically and economic development, right?
Yeah, I think the economic development organizations of Coastal Mississippi, whether it be here in Jackson County and the Jackson County Economic Development Foundation, or in Harrison County with the Harrison County Development Commission, or over in Hancock with the Hancock County Port and Harbor Commission, I think each of them do a good job. They do industrial park management. They're in the utility business. They're in the economic development business. I think as we go forward, there's going to be tensions on the reality that our economy here, while it's booming, is very reliant on gaming and government.
Right.
It's the shipbuilding, it's the military bases, it's Stennis. We've got to work harder to diversify this area. And I think one of the things that really brings this into focus in Jackson County, for example, there are opportunities maybe to do more shipbuilding, but imagine the tensions for Bollinger and Ingalls by doing more of that. So what is it we should be doing? What does diversification look like? And do we need to build mega sites, which I believe we do, like they've done up in the Golden Triangle, shovel-ready places that they can come into. In order to do that on a regional context, we need to do what they did in Oxford. We need to do like they did in the Golden Triangle, like they did in Northwest Florida. You've got to bring all the parties together, the ports, the airports, the economic development organizations, public and private partnerships, and think about where we go from here. Instead of just reacting to requests, we need to be more proactive and think about diversifying this region. I think that's the long-term vision. That's what we need to be doing.
And that has been a trend across the country in economic development, where instead of all of these various communities having their kind of isolated economic development efforts, they've banded together with the other economic development groups in the area. That just there's more power and scale.
Yeah, and the thing, we're operating from a position of strength. You think about Ingalls being the largest employer in Mississippi, and just think about the economic engine we already are. But you can't take that for granted.
Right.
I think one of the things you have to fight is, it's not necessarily complacency, but it's a sense of, gosh, we got to protect the status quo. And you know what? Just like every other shipbuilding community in America, we've got manpower challenges here.
Sure.
So, do you double down and add more shipbuilding capacity here, or do you say, okay, we acknowledge that we've got a manpower challenge. Let's go figure out what we can do from an advanced manufacturing point of view. It maybe is not in data centers. I mean, you have that experience in Madison.
Yep.
Data centers don't employ a lot of people. So if we're thinking about diversifying the economy with high-tech, high-trained jobs, we need advanced manufacturing, most likely, that could benefit from being associated with the Port of Pascagoula or the Port of Gulfport. Yeah,
there are definitely trends in that direction. There are obviously opportunities there. But there's some economic headwinds on a national basis.
Yes.
You and I were talking here before we went live. We're still experiencing the shutdown, which is starting to show some cracks, show some problems. The air traffic controllers are calling in sick because they're not getting paid. And Sean Duffy, the Secretary of Transportation, was talking about that this morning, of course, pointing fingers at the Democrats for causing the shutdown, but there doesn't look like there's a resolution on the horizon.
No, I'm concerned about it. You and I, as you mentioned, chat a little bit about that before. We got to get the government back open and get to a point where the Congress does what they're supposed to do. But one other quick point, coming from your area of long career, the impact of AI on Mississippi, I predict, could be as great as 30% by 2030. In just 5 to 10 years, we could see substantial impact on existing jobs in Mississippi, which is all the more reason Governor Tate Reeves needs to be focused on growing the number of jobs, creating industries in Mississippi. This is a big deal, isn't it? Yeah,
I can tell you, I don't believe there are any jobs that aren't subject to some degree of threats. I think we have some runway here where a lot of highly physical intensive jobs are safe for a while, but it's a matter of time when you're going to have robots doing painting and plumbing and electrical work and sheetrocking and framing and that sort of stuff. Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, I think couches it the best. He says, your job's not going to be taken by AI, it's going to be taken by someone who's using AI. I think that's absolutely correct. Yeah. Ricky Mathews, host of the Ricky Mathews Show, has been our guest. Appreciate it, Ricky. Always good talking to you. My pleasure, my friend. Coming right back with Casey Vaughn, the mayor of Goche.